Hello everyone, it's Enigma here, and welcome to this video I've kind of wanted to make for a while now, and yeah, here it is. So, Smash Bros. Ultimate is obviously my most hyped game for this year, kind of next year, because, you know, it is coming out, like, late this year, but I'm still excited for this game nonetheless. So, it really doesn't matter. So, we're just here to talk about some more Smash Ultimate. And yes, this is another top 10 video. I do these like once a month almost, so it's kind of been a thing I've been doing. And this time, I want to talk about the most excited newcomers for me for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is probably my least excited, to the last one I'm going to be talking about, which is my most excited. This is going to be going in order, so yeah, this is organized. So, yeah, so without further ado, let's just go on to number 8, which my least exciting newcomer, and the only newcomer I genuinely despise, is number 8, Daisy. I hate Daisy. I hate her in the Mario games, and, you know, I don't mean to sound like a Waluigi fanboy, but I would have much rather had Waluigi than Daisy. Like, I don't really like Daisy. She is my least favorite Mario character, and when I saw, Daisy in Smash Ultimate, I was like, why Daisy? Why, out of all characters, is it Daisy? Now, the thing is that at least she is an Echo Fighter, so she's not, like, a unique character, which that definitely fits best, because that would really suck if she was a new character, especially since there's really not much you can do with Daisy that would be different than Peach. So I guess that kind of, you know, is a better thing about Daisy. Daisy, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a big fan of Daisy. I never liked Daisy, and I probably never will. Daisy is definitely my least favorite character in the Mario series, and she is going to be my least favorite character in this game. I can just tell. I never liked Daisy. I've always thought she was, like, the most annoying character ever. Like, I'm not a big fan of Daisy. So yeah, anyways, let's go on to number 7. And at the number 7 spot, I have Kromm. Kromm, I know this is gonna upset people, because I know a lot of people that love Kromm. And, you know, I understand that, you know, Kromm is a huge face of Fire Emblem, some people say. But the only reason I have Kromm listed under number 7 is because Fire Emblem is like the only Nintendo series where I could care less about. That, and he is an Echo Fighter, so Echo Fighters, we already know how they're gonna play. Even though they're a different character, they're still based off another character, so they're basically the same character as another character. And, you know, Kromm, you know, he again, a lot of people are sick of the Fire Emblem reps, and, you know, Kromm is another Fire Emblem rep, so, like, really, it's getting kind of tiring to just see Fire Emblem after Fire Emblem after Fire Emblem, or Swords Fighter after Sword Fighter after Sword Fighter. Like, it gets annoying after a while, and, you know, Kromm is no exception. I know a lot of people did want Kromm, but it was a character that I was like, you know, a lot of people wanted it, so I'm happy for those people, but, you know, I'm not a huge fan of Kromm, so I don't think I'm going to be excited. But, yeah, that's my opinion on Kromm. I'm not a big fan of Kromm, but if you guys are, hey, that's perfectly fine, because I'm glad that you like someone that I don't, or someone that I don't really care about. I don't hate Kromm, it's just I'm not familiar with the Fire Emblem series. Like, I could care less about that series, honestly. It's not really my type of series. But, yeah. Anyways, let's go on to the next one, which is number 6. And at number 6, we have Isabelle. So we've all seen those memes, you know, the Isabelle is trash meme, or, Nintendo should have announced a different character. Though, Isabelle, I'm actually really excited about, because she is a unique fighter. She's not an Echo Fighter, she's unique, and that's what makes me really excited to play as her. That, and, you know, it's just very interesting to play as another Fire Emblem, Animal Crossing character, because, you know, it's like interesting what they're gonna do with another Animal Crossing character, especially since I thought Isabelle would be an Echo. Like, I was for sure of it, but turns out she's a unique character, so that makes me really happy. So yeah, anyways, the reason why I put Isabelle here is simply just like Fire Emblem, is that I'm not familiar with Animal Crossing, but unlike Fire Emblem, where it's probably a game I'm never going to try out because it doesn't look interesting to me at all, Animal Crossing is a game that I actually do want to try out, and I think Isabelle would be a unique character, but I think it would be unfair to put her below Kromm, especially since she's a unique fighter. So I really do think that, you know, Isabelle does deserve this spot. Like, when Isabelle was revealed, I wasn't crazy about her, but I was really happy to see her in the game because, you know, like Verjavin said, Isabelle would be in the game somehow, so it did make sense for Isabelle to be in this game, definitely. So, yeah, that's why Isabelle is at number 6. Anyways, let's go on to number 5, which at number 5 is going to be the start of the characters that I'm actually excited for. At number 5, we have Dark Samus. Dark Samus. Okay, now I know what people are saying. Why is Dark Samus above a character that's actually unique? Well, the thing about Dark Samus is that, Dark Samus is just, you know, I love Dark Samus's design. Something that I didn't like about Smash Brothers is Samus herself. She just did not feel like a really great character. She was very slow. She was very sluggish. You know, she didn't really have a decent design that made me really want to go and play her. But when Dark Samus was revealed, it makes me really want to try out Dark Samus. Like, it's a huge difference. Like, I love her stance when, or him, whatever you want to call it, him or her stance when, you know, their idol animation. I really like that, and, you know, I just really like Dark Samus's design. She has a really nice design, and I would really love to see how she, you know, performs in this game. And even though she isn't Echo, and we all know that, you know, Samus, we've already played Samus since the Smash 64 days, but the thing is that Dark Samus, unlike the other Echoes, she actually feels very different. Like, even her idol animation is different. Like, the way she attacks, like, you can almost say Dark Samus is a unique fighter, but the only thing that really makes Dark Samus an Echo is the fact that they just have the same attacks. But, like, literally all their animations are different, and it will feel fresh playing as Dark Samus, and that's why I like Dark Samus over the other Echoes. So yes, I'm really excited to play as Dark Samus. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm so excited. And besides, I've always wanted to get into Metroid. Even though I've never played a Metroid game, I want to get Metroid Prime 4 for the Switch, so when it comes out, I'll definitely be trying it out, because it is one of those games that I'm really excited to try out. Like, it looks really cool. Even with just a logo, it looks really cool. But, yeah, let's go on to number 4, and at number 4, we have the Inklings. Now, the reason why Inklings aren't higher is because every single person in the world expected Inklings to be playable in the next Smash. Like, before Smash was revealed, everyone knew that Inklings would be playable in the Smash 5. Like, seriously, you would be legitimately stupid if you thought Inklings wouldn't get in. They're from one of Nintendo's most popular IPs from the modern era, so it definitely makes sense for Inklings to be in the game. But that's the problem. And not only that, we have known about Inklings for just as long as we've known that the game existed. And, you know, and like, now I feel like the hype for Inklings died down, especially since with all the characters we got, like, the other characters that I have yet to mention, but that doesn't mean I'm not excited for Inklings. Obviously, they look like really fun characters, and I could see them being really good in competitive play. They look like really fun characters, and I would definitely love to try out the Inklings. You know, they just seem very cool to play as, and, you know, it just fits my style, you know. I like to play as those characters that seem technical, and, you know, it takes a little bit harder to get used to, and I like those characters because it adds the challenge. But Inklings, we've already known about them for a long time, you know. I honestly forget that they're even in the game sometimes because with all the other newcomers we got announced. But Inklings, I'm so excited to try out the Inklings. They look like really fun characters. So yeah, I think they will be really fun to play as for sure. Anyways, let's go on to number 3. And at number 3, there's actually a tie. This tie is Simon and Richter Belmont. They had to be at number 3 because they're basically the same character. Like, even Sakurai said himself, you know, they're basically echoes of themselves, you know. Simon is like a echo for Richter, and Richter is like an echo for Simon. So, it kind of works both ways. But Simon, you know, Simon and Richter, they seem like very fun characters. Like, I really like their whip. Like, I feel like if I'm playing as them in the game, I feel like it will be so satisfying to unleash an attack from that whip. Like, I feel like it will be so satisfying to pull off. Like, they seem like such fun characters, and, you know, that is what I'm so excited for. That and their third-party characters. If they are third-party characters, no matter what series they come from, it's always gonna get me excited, because, you know, whenever third parties are introduced, you can just think of all the other possibilities for third-party characters that, you know, get their doors open up. Like, it's just so fun. And then, the only reason why I put Simon and Richter here is simply because I'm not really that familiar with the Castlevania series. Like, when like, before Simon and Richter even got revealed, we got so much leaks for Simon. Like, literally every single leak was Simon. And even Vergeben himself was saying that Simon was going to be in the game. You know, and then when Simon was revealed, we all expected it, and that kind of ruined the fun for Simon. I'm pretty sure if no one leaked Simon, I think it would be a huge surprise, because I don't think a lot of people would have expected it. But just because Vergeben said it, that instantly made everyone expect it. But Simon and Richter, I'm really excited for them. The reason why I put them as a tie is simply because, like I said, you know, they're echoes of themselves. So yeah, that's basically why they're tied and they're at number 3. So yes, number 3 is Simon and Richter Belmont. Number 2 is Ridley. First off, thank God Ridley is finally in the game. Like, Ridley is long overdue. I feel like he should have been in the game since Melee. Like, seriously, Ridley should have been in the game, and the only reason he wasn't was because Sakurai kept saying he was too big, and then the whole fans were convinced that he was too big. But look, nothing is impossible. Ridley is in, and he looks like such a badass character. Like, he just looks so cool. And I think the reason why I'm really hyped for Ridley is just, you know, because of the backstory of all the Ridley stuff beforehand, and then now he's in the game. Like, Ridley was such a controversial pick for a fighter in Smash because a lot of people thought he was too big and would never be able to fit in Smash. And, like, everyone and their moms wanted Ridley. Everyone wanted Ridley. But everyone must believe that Ridley would just never happen. But look at where we are now. Ridley is in the game, and, you know, and again, he does look a little bit too short. It's kind of weird. I kind of understand now why Sakurai said that he wouldn't work, but honestly, Sakurai found a size for him that worked, so I guess that doesn't really matter anymore, because, I mean, he's in, so that's really exciting. I guess the reason why he's not the number 1 is because I'm not familiar with, you know, the Metroid series, like I said, for Dark Samus, but Ridley looks like such a badass character, and, you know, just with all the backstories behind him, and all the stuff people said beforehand, it just makes Ridley just so hype, and that's why I'm so excited to play as Ridley. He's gonna be a lot of fun. Anyways, the number 1, if you couldn't tell from the process of elimination, you guys should tell what number 1 is, but number 1 is King K Rool. Oh my god, thank God he's in this game. I love King K Rool. And now the differences between the other characters is because I said for a lot of characters that I'm not familiar with their series. King K. Rool, on the other hand, I am familiar with the Donkey Kong series. I played a lot of Donkey Kong games, especially some games that had King K. Rool in it, and I've always wanted King K. Rool for Smash. He was like in my top picks. At most, he was like at my top 3. I wanted King K. Rool. He was one of those characters I've really wanted. And when he was revealed in that August, in that glorious August Nintendo Direct, all my worries went out the door. I finally saw King K. Rool in all his glory, finally in a video game again. And like I said, I love King K. Rool. And I've missed him for years. The last time we saw him before Smash Ultimate was Mario Super Sluggers for the Wii, and that came out in 2008. So that was like 10 years ago. Now we got King K. Rool in Smash Brothers as a playable character. And that is such a big deal. And that is just so... Oh, I'm so excited to play as King K. Rool. He's definitely probably going to be one of my mains. Just because I've wanted him for so long. And he's finally in the game. And that just makes me so excited. And... he's definitely my most excited newcomer thus far. I love King K. Rool, and he deserves a spot in Smash. And besides, Donkey Kong needed a villain. King K. Rool was the best one to fit as that villain. So, obviously, King K. Rool, he's hands down my #1 most excited newcomer. There's no one else that's going to take his spot. King K. Rool is my most excited newcomer. Until Geno or Crash gets revealed, or maybe even Sora, then King K. Rool is definitely going to be my #1 for now. And I just want to let people know that this as of October 5th, so as of 10/5/2018, this is my most excited newcomers. If there's any other newcomers that will get revealed in the future, which I'm pretty sure there will, I think that this list could all change in the future. But for now, this is my list of my most excited newcomers. So, yeah. Anyways, what is your most excited newcomers for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Let me know in the comments down below, and I would love to hear it. Anyways, this has been Enigma, and peace. See you next time.